Okay, topic travel and tourism. So, first of all, the means and possibilities of transport. So, today we have many options for transportation. You can travel by car or bus or plane or train or boat, subway, bicycle, walking. There are many others that I haven't mentioned, but you have many options to travel today. So, public transportation in the cities in the US, the public transportation is more developed. In larger cities, usually there's a subway system or underground. There is a good busing system. There's a train system that connects the city to other areas of the state or of the nation. So, you have those opportunities to get a day pass is a possibility in many places. Uh, the buses, like in my hometown or home city, they have a busing system, so the bus would come very near to where we lived. So I could take the bus if I wanted. It stops at major locations like the shopping mall or the downtown business area or different things like that. So taking holidays, if we're talking about holiday travel, in the US, many people like to travel for holidays. Typically, because the United States is so large, you don't have to go overseas to experience the seaside or very high mountains or forests or large cities. So many Americans will travel in the US for holidays. I had friends who would travel to Florida every winter. Um, they would go there for vacation. They would spend time on the beach at Christmas break, and they would maybe fish or swim or sometimes go to Disneyland. Many old people travel. We call them snowbirds. So they will travel every winter and go south where it's warm, maybe to Florida or Arizona or Texas or someplace, and then they come back in the springtime. So they travel back and forth. Um, I like to travel abroad. I have also traveled many places in America, but I like to see other cultures, experience their their thoughts, their ideas, their language, their foods, see things that I can't see as easily in America. So I've traveled often abroad. When I do that, I have to travel by plane usually, and I don't like to travel on plane because I don't fit very well in the seats. They're too small. But that's a disadvantage to flying, and it's also quite expensive usually traveling internationally uh, by plane. So if I'm preparing to travel, if I'm flying by plane, then I have to pack my suitcase. I have to make sure that my paperwork, like my passport and other paperwork, is up to date. When I want to travel by plane, I have to buy my ticket in advance. If I wait until the last minute, it can often be more expensive, sometimes much more expensive. I look for deals when I want to travel. I will usually spend several weeks or maybe even a month looking for the cheapest flight, which maybe is why I don't like travel. I end up with bad flights that go take me too many places to get where I'm going. All right, organizing the trip. It depends on what I'm doing. I like to travel somewhere and have some freedom for what I do. So I prefer not taking an organized trip by a travel agent, but I like to organize it myself. But I have a couple times done a trip that was organized, like an organized tour, and I enjoyed it. The nice things about it, or the advantages, are that you know how much money you are going to spend because it's all calculated. Your hotel and your food and your experiences are calculated. So that could be an advantage. The disadvantage would maybe be if you want to see something that's not on the schedule. Either you have to pay more money, or maybe you miss something that was scheduled to find the time. So I think I prefer to travel with small groups rather than large groups because of that. It's easier to organize the things that I want to see. But sometimes it can be good to travel as a group as well. Okay.